Welcome to the Site-65 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, and with me after his week off because he was a lazy boy is Keegan.
I went to my cousin's funeral, Tomato.
Oh.
That's not
I
an
gave
excuse.
you the message. Why? I gotta be honest, you're right. It actually isn't. I got a whole memo saying it isn't.
I actually didn't see that message, and now I feel really bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He was a janitor.
Oh, okay.
Your cousin was a janitor.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to hear
deserved-
about.
Everyone has to make a living somehow.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Somehow.
also with us
Kinda my
is
fault, though.
Joseph Cooper.
I still tired as fuck.
Who isn't? Also with
Me.
us is Ignatus,
Where am I?
director. You're at the lunch table. You need to get off your laptop and stop playing War Thunder.
How long have you been playing that?
No,
You
I'm
don't
in
even
an
know what you are.
SU-25. I've been on this shit for 6 hours intermittently doing my job. I'm so tired of it.
Oh my god.
Finally, joining us is a new face on the podcast, Mr. Bingus.
That's JP Bingus. You have to say the whole
Like
thing.
JP Morgan?
Okay.
Not like
But
Finally,
what-
joining us with a new face on the podcast is JP Bingus.
Thank you. I
So,
was dead for like 7 months. I'm back.
fair enough. We all leave the site occasionally and don't return for 7 months. It happens. So, Mr. Bingus, because you are the new person on the podcast, we like to do something a little special with new people. It's sort of a form of hazing, if you would. We like to ask them a couple questions. So, first off, what is your current position in the Foundation?
I really don't have one. Just kind of been wandering around. I guess combat medic.
Fair
Switching
enough.
to the medical side of things.
Understandable. Since you just got back, I'm pretty sure that we're still finding a place for you. And we also like to ask people how they ended up in the Foundation, specifically Site-65. Were you a transfer? Did you get knocked over the head by something and woke up here? How did you end up here?
Well, my dad had worked here before, so I guess it was kind of just inevitable.
Ooh, a legacy. Interesting. We don't get a lot of legacy people. Mostly because my parents don't really know what I do for a living.
My parents are dead.
My parents do. Well, one of them is dead.
My parents, we don't talk about that actually.
Okay, now I have to ask, why do we not talk about that?
We don't talk about my parents. That's
Okay.
the long and short of it, bro.
Alright, fair enough. Mysteries abound. JP Bingus, another question for you. What is, in your opinion, the craziest thing you've seen at the Foundation so far?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think, there's been some pretty crazy riots, but I think the 8-hour riot in D Block was definitely
8
was
hours?
Yeah.
That's not
Bro
an
obviously hasn't
exaggeration.
heard about the day-long riot.
A day long
I
ride.
might have been there for that. Just not,
Oh,
maybe I
this was
repressed it.
this
What
was like
was
eight.
this?
This was like 8 months ago, dude.
I might have been there for that then. I remember there was literally, not only did there were captains individually failed like 4 sweeps. The chief
That
failed a
is
sweep as well.
depressing. Oh my
It
The
That
also-
funniest
is
part
sad.
is that every
I'm
single
pretty
time
sure
that
there were 3 complete terminations of D class, and it still didn't stop it.
Oh my
I
god.
wonder what that means. I wonder.
Gensec fucking sucks.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's just
I
kinda-
tried my best. I tried my best to fix it, but I not even I could do it. There are too many people in my way.
It happens. Did you guys end up having a good Halloween?
No.
I don't celebrate.
not really, no.
Wow. Depressing.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to bury my cousin, so no. Not.
Oh, okay, you can't. Okay. Look,
Look.
I get that happened. I'm sorry, but I feel really bad now because you've used it twice now as an excuse.
It's not an
And
excuse.
now I feel
I'm
like an
just telling
asshole.
you
It
why Halloween
is.
sucked. No, I'm telling you why my Halloween sucked. You asked the question. I'm providing the answers. I had to bury my cousin. I'm sorry. All
I
right.
was just taken aback by it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Don't
let's move
get
on to something more
excuses.
positive.
Yeah,
More
Yeah,
deaths.
I gave 682 a pumpkin to carve. He proceeded to step on the pumpkin and not understand what carving it is. After explaining to him how to carve a pumpkin, he proceeded to take a D class that we had with him and carve a smiley face in his stomach.
That's just 682.
Sounds exactly what I expected out of him.
Yeah, that's
Based.
yeah.
Honestly, what I expected, but at the same time, can I see it?
Yeah, I have photos. I'll send them to you.
That
Cool. So, for those of you who are not located on Site-65, we have some new SCPs located on site. They were transferred this past week, and boy, let me tell you, they have been causing issues because GenSec, our lovely GenSec, who already have very hard times containing the SCPs that were previously on site, are now tripping over themselves trying to contain the new SCPs on site.
Wait. GenSec. Isn't it MTF's job to deal with them?
Yeah,
Okay,
all they do
listen,
is
I'm
yes,
very
but there's
tired.
also the special containment.
They're very
unit.
tired my ass. They have
And
been having
either way,
problems
it is
for
still
weeks.
GenSec's job to weapon check D-Class before they get sent to an 035 test.
Oh
I
yeah.
cannot tell you how many times GenSec have not weapon stripped a D-Class, and 035 is breached in this
Preach.
past week alone.
Look.
Literally.
Look, I think that the average cadet has probably like equivalent brain cells of like a rock, so you can't hold
Of a
it against
toddler.
them.
Maybe a toddler.
Average cadet only has a few brain cells less than the average, let's say, A1 private.
Sounds about right.
Anyways, like I was going to say, we have 3 new SCPs on site. We'll start with the most tame, SCP-427. It was created by placing a pill of SCP-500 within 914. If you wear it, it's basically an amulet. If you wear it, it'll increase your strength and health for a period of time. However, if you keep it on long enough, you'll either die or transform into a horrifying fleshy beast.
To clarify on that, it just pretty much you get super cancer. That's what that is.
Sounds like my ex-wife
It
might have
ac- it
gotten
I was
that.
gonna say that. I
accelerates-
was gonna say something like that. But I
It
didn't want to.
accelerates cell growth to the point, but at a certain point, the body can't handle it, and then they just become cancer cells.
That's
All
terrible.
cancer.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
just
that is
imagine
correct.
your
It is pretty
body-
much just super cancer.
Just imagine your body just. Yeah, I can't really say many things that is going gory with this.
Just imagine your body. The end.
Yeah, true.
Just
I
imagine
mean,
your
to be
body.
fair, I'm disgusted when I look in the mirror at my body, so I can imagine. Look, I don't have I don't have high opinions of myself.
You little
Okay?
Complain about me making stuff depressing.
Average researcher.
Yeah. I look in the mirror and I think, God, I work for the Foundation. Ugh.
Don't let them hear about that.
I
Is
thank
that
God I hate
treason,
seeing
buddy?
people die every day.
I don't know. Sometimes I think about defecting to CI. Anyways,
we work
What?
to
SCP
earn the
oh,
right
Oh,
to work.
yo. We can't just
To
gloss
earn
over
the
that.
right to
No,
work.
no.
Work to earn the right to
I'm
work.
gonna need you to elaborate on that point.
I don't think I need to elaborate
said
on
that for
anything.
one of the directors,
SCP-082, Fernad the Cannibal. It's a new
Nice
SCP
gentleman.
that was brought to site. Yeah,
Nice
very,
guy,
actually.
very friendly.
What's up?
However, he's an incredibly hungry man, and he can be extremely violent at some times.
If he's
And
a hungry man,
basically-
why don't we give him a hungry man meal?
I
Okay,
get it.
here's
I get it.
like okay. He's just a big guy who eats people. How
I
is
mean,
he an
has
anomalous?
anyone tried it though?
He literally rode 682 for fun. So
That sounds like fun.
it is, but we're not as strong as him. So
I mean, as far as I can tell, he's
He could
just a
easily-
chubby little guy that likes
Oh,
to
he
eat
could
people.
he could
He's
easily
also from like
overpower
the
682.
1800s, but that's not important.
He could like easily
He
overpower.
He just
682.
likes it. He's not from then. There's a difference.
Speaking of riding 682, have I ever told you guys my idea for turning the site into a theme park?
You didn't say
That would
pause.
be funny.
Well, there's nothing bad about it.
Sure.
Basically, we put
You
682
said
on a
you rode
leash.
682.
Yeah, we put 682 on a leash, we put a little saddle on his back, and we allow people to ride him in a circle.
At that point, why not just turn him into a pet?
How
in the
have you
zoo?
not lost your job?
Because
I
he's
am.
really good at it.
Trust me, I've
Genuinely,
tried-
how have you not lost your
Trust me,
job?
I've tried to get rid of it. He has tenure. Only
Dr.
ethics can vote him
Shaw
out.
does dumb. Dr.
Only
Shaw
ethics
has
can get him
not
out.
done dumb shit like this before. How?
Listen, I am technically a legacy member of executive branch, which means I have been here for quite a long time, and because of that, I get more permissions than other people.
Yeah,
I'm
you
allowed
do,
to
but
do
you don't seem
If
to
you
be
want to
doing
make
dumb
it
shit.
simpler, he has tenure.
Yeah,
We can't get
See,
rid of
hell,
him
I brought
unless the
096
ethics wants him out.
You should not be able to do dumb things because you're supposed to be trusted. You're supposed to be good. You're supposed to be intelligent.
Bingus, did you hear that I brought 096 to surface last week and I attempted to send him to the stratosphere and then launch him into the sun?
Yes, it might be the stupidest thing I've ever heard or witnessed.
It might be the smartest thing, though. It was pretty.
I
didn't
take
get
offense
Smartest
to
my
that.
ass.
I take offense to that because it's a test. I don't see you doing
What
tests.
were you testing?
I was testing whether or not
Your
096 could
mother.
survive being thrown into the sun.
What are you upset about? You didn't have to even do the test at all.
I'm annoyed that it happened to begin with.
Yeah,
Wah, it
so am
happened.
I.
Don't you wah you.
I won't want you, bro. Like some stupider
Just
test.
because I'm not a
I've seen.
researcher doesn't mean I'm not I don't know science. That is like the
Oh,
stupidest
no.
research ever.
I agree.
You could have done
No,
anything else.
it's
and
not
it would have been better.
stupid. All right, I think it's progressive. All right.
No.
Hey,
no,
look, there's
you're-
a pilot flying away.
Well,
no,
there's
no,
stupid
we don't do that
questions.
shit.
There are most certainly stupid questions.
No, there are no stupid
not the
questions,
stupidest
just stupid
question, though.
people.
Yeah.
It just so happens that everyone here is stupid.
Okay, don't lump me in with you guys.
What do you mean by that,
I think it's very clearly spoken what I mean with that.
dickhead?
Was that a
Yes,
missile?
yes, I
That's a
am.
missile coming
Bingus,
from
you
me.
had
Oops.
7 months to get
Are
away
you playing a
from the
video game as we're
Foundation.
doing this?
Because
I
I'm
did.
playing War Thunder and I'm in
It
my
wasn't
pants
enough.
here.
Wart under.
7 months was not enough.
Keegan,
I should have
you
stayed
can
longer.
look over and see his laptop. He's been playing War Thunder for the past 6 hours.
I'm sorry, I'm working on a research paper. Working
Thank
on
you
You're
the
very
not
much,
any better.
Bingus, for that
PAC
contribution.
system. What do you mean I'm not any
You're
better?
welcome.
At least I'm doing work.
I am doing
Fuck you
work.
mean
It's just
work?
on my game.
He's busy leaking government files.
Oh, classic.
We have done that before. I don't know why you're trying to get uppity about that.
Plus,
Okay,
if
when I say
if
we,
I
I
play
mean
this enough,
me.
eventually it becomes anomalous and I can contain it to play it more.
When I say we, I mean me.
You say art.
Do you think we should let 079 play War Thunder?
No.
I think he
I made
would
him play, like,
somehow...
old-
You're gonna put him on a computer that's linked to the internet. I
Well, we're
swear.
not-
I made him play a
Well-
Game Boy, to be fair. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, which I recently learned there's a way to hook up a Game Boy to the internet.
Yeah.
You can hook up anything to the internet if you try hard enough. Let's
I can
just
hook
get
up
that
I can
straight.
hook up my T85 calculator to the internet, dude. Like, it's not surprising.
Make
Oh, you have a
999 play League
T85?
of Legends.
Who the fuck doesn't?
I only have a T84. My parents were poor.
Oh, that's
Imagine.
Stop
I
being
lived on-
poor.
Don't you use my line against me?
Poor
You dare
ass.
use my own spells against me, Potter?
Donut.
Yes.
Yes?
Anyways, the other SCP was 88337.
3-7.
I'm all flustered now. It's a moon guy. Lives on the moon. Has moon
Well,
powers.
Moon
He
guy,
is on
yeah.
fake moon and
I
I
made
want
it
to do an
just to make
interview with
black
him.
holes.
The
Ocean
SCPs are
man.
just wild, so I
Take
can't
me
really.
by the hand, lead me.
Stop singing.
That
Shut
you
up. I
understand.
love that song, man.
Oh my god, this podcast is falling apart.
Hell yeah, it
Ocean
is.
man.
Welcome to ClusterF 3.
Oh
A
god.
voyage.
Thought
to
we
the
were in 8
corner
right
of
now.
the globe is the real.
No,
thing.
it's Clusterfuck 3, the cluster fucking.
It's because I'm here. I bring chaos to everything I'm around. Just
Oh,
passively.
maybe we
Oh,
should
so what you're
put you in
saying
a
is that you're
cell.
chaos.
I may be anomalous. Yes,
Maybe we should put you in a cell, bro.
my abilities to fuck shit up just by breathing. Very real.
Okay. Does anyone have any opinions on the new SCP-8837?
I
No.
think he's funny.
Fuck
Spaceman.
him.
I think he's pretty much just a better type green that we have on site. Why do we have a type green on site? Seriously?
Why do we have
Because-
3 of them? Aren't they all supposed to be separated?
Yeah, aren't they supposed to be in different fucking? Why does Site Command do this?
Like, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they're all supposed to be separated so they can't get their powers together and become the most powerful.
Site-65 funny moments, I guess.
Site-65 has some of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen in this entire foundation.
They let me bring 096 to surface,
oh,
so
I
they
just
can't
got
be
hit
all
by a
bad.
Leclerc. Oops.
okay, alright.
Look, the site inspector was like, "Do it," and I was like, "Okay."
Tomato? No. No.
Now I'm gonna have to call the office after this, bro. I don't think this can keep on going.
You cannot call the office after this.
I am calling the office of Site Command as we speak.
Office of Site
Hmm.
Command. Nah, I'm calling a different office entirely.
I'm
Hmm.
killing
What, you calling
everybody.
my office?
Nah, different office. Way different office.
Riza?
I don't know how I feel about that. Is this going to result in a tribunal? I want it to be a
Maybe.
tribunal. If this
It's more likely gonna result in you being shot, if I had to take a guess.
Legit question, and this is a legitimate question. If this does result in a tribunal for me, can I record it and put it out as the last podcast episode?
I will edit it.
If this tribunal happens, you won't exist.
That didn't answer my question.
You ever
Um,
seen
honestly,
the mafia
I won't
movies
stop
where
you.
it'd be a real sad thing if everyone forgot about you?
What, like The Godfather?
Yeah,
Yes.
Godfather.
I only watch good movies.
Honestly, I was gonna
Hey,
say, I'm sorry.
all
I'm
right.
sorry. It
Dude,
insists
no,
upon
no, no, no,
itself.
no, no,
It
no.
insists upon itself. All right.
We're not gonna move forward from this. We're not
yes,
gonna.
we are. You are getting baited.
He's diverting.
We're
so
He's
moving
hard.
diverting.
past this. I
Dude,
don't care. We're moving
This
past.
is the lowest quality bait ever, and you're taking it.
We're
Just let
moving
it go.
past this. What's the next on the agenda?
The next on the agenda is just going to be a couple news stories from the Site-65 news pamphlet.
I'm in the next match. Alright.
Should we have
Continue.
the Site esports team play War Thunder?
Yeah.
We have an
No.
esports team.
Yeah, we
we
have
do.
an esports team. They've gone 3-0 against CI.
Wait. Why not? Why not against GOC? Do they just not play video games?
Yeah.
GOC doesn't have good internet.
Do you see your bitches?
Yeah, if we're having them
Wow.
play War Thunder, put me on the team. I've played this shit for a few years. I'll do
Alright,
it.
Thunder.
I'll talk about it. Basically, I was just going to talk about how they revamped D Block. Basically, they put in new shower heads, new showers for the D Block, and this has caused some concern amongst the D class because
And yet
they
there's
got
still
rid
a
of the-
bunch of random garbage and a civvy in the bathrooms.
yeah, I was going to talk about that. They took the civvy and they moved him to the other side of the showers, so now there's just a constant stream of hot water pouring on him, and he can't move because he's kind of chained there. So like, it kind of raises some ethical questions.
Anomalous OSHA is gonna have a heyday with this.
This
site
is
when they come
definitely
by.
something that the redacted people would do.
Yeah, it does sound like something they would do. For the record, you're allowed to say like site inspector and stuff like that. You just can't say anything more than that.
I can say a lot more.
I mean, in theory, I could.
Please
It'd
don't.
just get me in trouble.
We've had so many
Yeah,
people
exactly.
on the podcast say like some redacted shit.
inspectors.
In theory, I could. In practice,
In practice, nobody has any rights, so, you know, that doesn't really make any sense.
I can still say it. But also in practice, I could just walk out these doors and get a different job in 2 seconds.
The fuck
Rights
keeps
are
hitting
not-
me? Fuck off,
Rights are
dude.
not deserved.
Fuck off, you Leo piece of shit.
Hey,
Leo.
don't get mad at
Leo.
your video game just because we're all sitting here.
There's a fucking leopard shooting me. I'm gonna get mad. Ah, fuck, I died.
A leopard is shooting you. How's he holding the gun?
I hate you.
Oh my god, you guys.
Your death will come tomorrow.
Good.
That's
I
a
dare
promise,
you.
not a threat.
I'm kidding.
I can't
I'm-
believe we've managed to do 3 clusterfuck episodes.
Like, yeah.
It just kinda happens.
What do you
What
think?
happened
It
is
is
that
the-
we-
Planned shit, it just happens.
It is the way it is, bro.
To
It
be fair,
is
at least
what
they're
it
funny.
is.
And
I
so
mean,
far,
the
they seem
words
to
of
have been the
my-
best episodes.
Yeah,
The
people
words of
really
my
like them across the different
Personal
sites.
savior. Kugon Kugogo Egon Egon Ika.
What are you
What
talking
the
about
hell
now?
are you talking about, dog?
It's Korean.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
I don't
we're
know.
in
Well, I've got a
Canada.
news story of my own coming from within the site. Recently, there's been some uptick in gun sales by tech experts resulting in what I would like to call the techie buffoonery charges.
The
What do we all
techie
think of that?
buffoonery charges.
Yes,
I
it's
think
right
tech
along with
experts are.
treason.
The best thing to have ever happened to the site.
No, I was gonna say the lowest scum on site. Tech experts have been a thorn in the side of research for the longest time.
Especially
And-
Carl.
Yeah, especially
The
Carl.
coolest people
And
ever,
I'm
bro.
sick of it. But that's just my opinion. And I'm not allowed to have an opinion. I only speak facts.
I think you mean the coolest people on site to ever exist, bro.
Oh, that's just me.
That's debatable.
It's not.
So,
It's not.
all right. So I think we're gonna wind down this episode here. So let me do the outro. Thank you all very much for listening to the Site-65 podcast. Can you guys believe this is episode? I believe it's 18. 18.
Damn.
This is just crazy. Yeah, but I'm happy for all the support that the podcast has gotten. So I'll just go through each one of you one by one. Joseph, do you have anything you want to say?
I support Tanya. I ain't gonna tell you who that is, but I support her.
Fuck.
Fair enough.
Right?
Keegan, do you have anything you want to say?
I don't really know.
Fuck.
Ignatus, if you can get off your game for a second, do you have anything you want to say?
I support hanging of technicians.
Damn straight. We gotta catch Carl still.
Gary.
Hang on.
And finally, JP Bingus, do you have anything you want to say?
Fuck GSD.
Weezer.
Weezer.
I hate
Oh
you
my
both.
god.
Really, of all the
You guys
things
are
you could have
crazy.
said, you said Weezer.
Weezer.
Yeah, pork and beans. All right, this has been the Site-65 podcast. I've been your host, Robert Tomato Peterson. Thank you very much for listening and have a lovely day.